Yeah. First of all, hats off to Bowling Green. That's a very good football team who came in here and certainly didn't take a back seat in any way to us, and in a lot of ways took it to us for a good part of the night. Proud of our guys for making enough plays to win the game. When you get into those moments and those situations and it feels like it's spiraling out of control, you see a lot of teams not find ways to win that football game. And I think a credit to our guys that we found a way to win it. Other than that, just so many things to fix and clean up. And we got to get back to work Monday and get a lot better. So from there, I'll open it up to questions.
Down front, Olin. Hang on just a second. Grab the mic. Grab the mic, please. Thank you.
Two things. First of all, obviously, you're somewhat frustrated. Is there any one or two areas that caused you the most frustration tonight?
No, it was a lot. Defensively, we have, we bust the coverage to start the second half to kind of get them going and give up an easy one. We did a horrible job managing the tight end all night. Obviously he was their best player. We knew it coming in, and we let him go for 8 for 145. That's not acceptable. I thought we did a decent job stopping the run. I thought we made plays on third down, but a lot to do. And then just offensively, it was just so choppy at times. And then we didn't finish drives in the red zone. And we got down the red zone, and I think we kicked 4 field goals, 3 field goals. And so, that's you put 3 touchdowns in there, you put 2 touchdowns in there, and that kind of changes the makeup of the game. But we couldn't finish drives, and so, so many levels of frustration.
And just off the top of your head, early evaluation of Marcel's showing tonight.
Yeah, obviously there was some good. I thought he made some plays with his feet. He kept some drives going. I thought he made some good throws. Obviously, we started fast. The first drive going down the field and scoring the touchdown was good. I thought, there were just times through the middle of the game where, we just didn't operate the way we needed to. Some of that was on Marcel. Some of that was on other people. But we just got to find ways to get him a little bit more comfortable operating on some of the stuff we were doing tonight.
Front right, Travis.
What was your initial rating of the offensive line tonight?
That's always hard to tell from the big picture. You watch it on the video, and I thought, we still ran the ball for 235 yards. I don't know, did we give up 1 sack maybe? And so it didn't feel like we played poorly on the offensive line. Certainly feel like we could do better.
And do you any update on TJ Shanahan?
Yeah, TJ should be fine.
To the left, second row, Alex, and then Brent.
I think you told the TV crew going into halftime y'all needed to get Marcel settled down. Do you feel like you guys were able to accomplish that there in the second half?
No. No. At times he did the things we needed him to do. At times we didn't. And again, it's not all on Marcel. It's when you talk about getting your quarterback settled down, like you use the word quarterback because he's the guy with the ball in his hands, and that's what makes it go. But it's not just him. When you talk about settling him down, it's across the board. We got to make sure we're getting the right calls against the right looks. Sometimes that's the quarterback, sometimes that's the line. We got to make sure we're running the routes at the speed and tempo. We got to run them in the So it's when you talk about settling down your quarterback, it's probably a catchphrase for just we got to operate more consistently with what we're doing. And so I don't want to make it sound like it's just on Marcel. It certainly isn't just on Marcel.
Gotcha. You mentioned not being able to finish in the red zone, but how important was it for Randy to connect on all those field goals? Especially he had missed a couple late in the game against Florida last week.
Yeah, I thought that was critical. And I thought, he went out, he made the ones that he needed to make, and then it was really good to see him go out in the fourth quarter and make the big one, because that was obviously in the fourth quarter. We had a couple of chances last week to kind of put the game a little bit further along, and then that's where it didn't go right. And so it was good to see him bounce back the way he did. I thought he was a big part of the game tonight.
Third row on the right, Brent.
Last week, Conor Wegman suited up. What went into him not even suiting up tonight, and what's his latest as well as far as status?
Yeah, I think we didn't want to give him the shot again. He's still just dealing with the pain of that shoulder injury, and so it's just trying to get him to where he can throw comfortably. And we didn't feel like it was the right thing to try to go back through the same process again, and so we decided to just kind of go with Jalen as number 2 tonight.
And I know you'd like a much cleaner victory by a wider margin, but are there any positives to draw on this going into league play in terms of kind of a wake-up call or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, I mean the positive is we won the game, and again, like you see this happen all over, and it's happened in the SEC a decent amount this year. That you get into these games where you're not playing your best, and all of a sudden it gets away from you, and the next thing you know, you're 2-2 football team, right? And so the positive is that we did the things that we needed to do. We put a drive to we could bust the coverage, and it becomes a 3-point game, and then we respond and we push it back out to 10. We give up the block punt, and the defense goes out there and gets a great stop when they haven't been playing well at all, right? And force the field goal, and the kid misses the field goal, which keeps the lead. We make the pick in the red zone. We don't. Then we fumble in the 4-minute drill, and we go out and we get the stop to hold them to the field goal. So that, you know what I mean. So like there were certain positives for sure, and again, and all of that ultimately leads to us winning the football game, right? Which is at the end of the day the most important thing.
Coach, back behind the lights, the middle, Tyler.
Mike, kind of going off that of drawing some of these positives, is there anything defensively that kind of sticks out that maybe you did like, despite the overall performance?
Yeah, I mean, we held them under 100 yards rushing. I thought we pressured the quarterback again. I thought we were good on third down again. We got to find ways to cover people better.
Second row on the right, Carter.
Mike, at first, Shamar Stewart went down late. What's his status?
I think he's okay. I didn't get an update because it was so late, but I think he's okay. I don't think that was a big thing.
Gotcha. And then also just, after what you guys showed last week at Florida, did this performance surprise you guys, and how much better do you think you guys are capable of playing?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I said to the guys, and this is a message I've delivered to football players for years. If you ever relax in this game will find a way to humble you instantly. And that is across the board. You can look at college, NFL, good teams, bad, like across the board. Like if you ever think you got this game, you don't. And, that's human nature sometimes. And so you go on the road, you have a big road win, and you want to relax because that's human nature, and you can't do that. If you do that, you're going to put yourself at risk.
Time for a couple more down front, left, Mark.
Okay. Mike, what did happen on that big bust at the start of the second half that led to Fannon's touchdown?
Yeah, we just flat out busted the coverage. So, I don't know how else to word it. We just busted the coverage. The tight end ran uncovered down the field for a touchdown.
Fourth row on the left, on the middle. And that'll wrap us up.
Coach, can you kind of talk about Marcus Ratcliffe and the weapon he's been there in the secondary this season with 3 picks so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got a good feel for the ball. Obviously, tonight they kind of threw that one to him, but he was in the right spot to go catch it. I think he's just got a good feel for the ball. He's got really good ball skills, and he's got really good length. That's the beauty of having a 6'3" safety is he's got a lot of range and a lot of length, and so it kind of puts him in the window to make more plays.